Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amadou Diallo, and I am Program Officer Communication for Galga. We will thank the press for honoring our invitation today to this press conference. We have here mayors, we have chairpersons of local government councils, and we have councillors, and we have chief executive officers present here for this press conference. This press conference is called to discuss the establishment of a commission of inquiry into the conduct of all local government councils and connected matters. So Galga, today we call this meeting, this press conference, to tell you what is with Galga. The press conference will be led by the president of Galga, of course, and the chairperson of Mansakonko Area Council, Mr. Landimbi Sane, who will read a statement on behalf of all the local councils in the country. And then from there, we will entertain questions, not more than 3, possibly. Our officials are very busy right now. We have very busy schedules, but we will thank you for coming, and then we will go straight. I will call on the president and the chairperson of Mansakonko Area Council to read the statement. Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator, Jallo. And let me first say thank you very much, honorable colleagues and friends from the media. We are very happy with your presence here, and we are very grateful as well for you honoring our invitation to this press engagement. Like he rightly said, I am Landimbi Sane, the president of Galga, also the chairman Mansakonko Area Council. Having taken side from where he stopped, I'm going to present this statement to you on behalf of the local government authorities, or the LGS of the Gambia, from Banjul to Basse. And the statement reads, "It is with great disappointment and concern that we present to you your attention the recent actions taken by the President of the Republic of the Gambia that violate constitutional right of the local government authorities of this country, which consist of over 100 councillors and 8 heads of local government authorities, notably mayors and chairpersons, and the management teams of the various local councils. The said action that is presented by the President violate the ECOWAS Protocol on Democracy and Good Governance, supplementary to the protocol relating to mechanism for conflict prevention, management, resolution, peacekeeping, and security. The risk destabilizes, and also it risks destabilizing the country as well as other international norms and obligations of the government of the Gambia. The Gambia is poised to enter into local government elections calendar from March 14, 2023. This is one of the most pivotal elections in the country's history. During this election, the incumbent parties will contest, the incumbent party will contest in multi-party local government elections for over 100 seats, that is to say the councillors and the heads of the local government. The majority of seats are held by the opposition parties in this case, which will make the process highly contentious and tense and very important for the future of the democracy of our country. It is therefore incumbent upon all parties and institutions to exercise restraint and to put the interests of the nation first in order to maintain stability, a level a level playing field and avoid any actions that would inflame people or undermine the democratic gains of our country. Unfortunately, the President, in purported exercise of his constitutional powers, established a commission of inquiry to the conduct of all local government councils and connected matters. Enclosed is a copy. Of course, you will be opportune to have a copy of this, what I'm reading. There is no stated reason, and unfortunately there is no stated reason for why this commission is established and run during the election calendar of the local government elections. There is also no reason why it was not established for the past 5 years that we have been in office. Or there is no reason forwarded as to why, whether it cannot be established even after elections. As elected officials, we welcome public scrutiny and believe in transparency and accountability, and believe that transparency and accountability are necessary, not only to allow the public to participate and be aware of local government administration, but also to provide us with guidance and assistance to increase efficiency of our various councils and our roles and responsibilities as well. Local governments all over, local governments are the most scrutinized institutions in the Gambia, so to speak. Currently, the councils are subject to 5 different scrutinies, if you like. Number 1, annual audit exercised by the National Audit Office. Number 2, annual report to the Finance and Public Accounts Committee of the National Assembly. Number 3, quarterly inspections by our line Ministry of Regional Governments and Lands. Number 4, an annual audit by the Gambia Public Procurement Authority, GPPA. And finally, number 5, periodic visit by the National Assembly Select Committee on Local Government and Lands. In addition to the aforementioned, management establishment, in addition to the aforementioned, management and essential staff of LGAs are hired directly by the Local Government Service Commission, which is centralized, which are appointed by the central government. As such, the administrative nature of local councils is such that the government has the ability at any point in time to scrutinize, inspect, and be aware of the activities at any time of the councils. This is particularly worrisome. There is no council in the Gambia that has not been subjected to or can avoid any of the above that I have mentioned. There is therefore no logical reason for the President to establish a commission of inquiry and to look into the conduct of councils when all information that could be required is available and readily and already in the hands of the government and the public. This is particularly worrisome, and the central government is amok with corruption scandals and allegations which are clearly documented and published, yet they are totally ignored. Clearly, the establishment of the commission to run concurrently to the local government election calendar is politically motivated and intended to, 1, undermine the elections, the local government elections, and also restrain the free movement of candidates during the campaign, and as well provide a propaganda platform for the state, which is the ruling government per se party. It also will compel candidates to attend hearings and distract them from their rights to participate in election activities. It will also cast doubts in the minds of voters about the conduct of their candidates, and it will also disrupt and interfere with free conduct of the elections. We are extremely concerned with the local government authorities of this country, are extremely concerned that the president has taken this measure in abuse of his presidential powers in order to tilt the playing field to his own advantage. Violation of the Constitution, as far as the Commission is concerned. Under Section 26 of the Constitution, every citizen of the Gambia of full age and capacity shall have the right, without unreasonable restriction, to take part in the conduct of public affairs directly or through freely chosen representatives. As well, to vote and stand for elections at genuine periodic elections for public office, which elections shall be by universal and equal suffrage and be held by secret ballot. And as well to access on general terms of equality to the public service in the Gambia. This ends the quote for the Constitution quotation. Violation of the Election Act. Section 1991 of the Elections Act clearly states, each candidate and political party involved in an election campaign shall respect the fundamental principles of the state as enshrined in the Constitution and carry out his or her campaign in keeping with the ethical and moral standards and respect due to the candidates and political parties, voters, and Gambians as a whole. A candidate or political party shall not, during an election campaign period, abuse or engage in improper use of property of the government for political propaganda purposes. And the next is violation of the ECOWAS protocols. In principle, we have no issue with the objective and impartial investigations. I mean, we have no issues with objective and impartial investigations. However, the timing violates Article 1, Sub 1 of the protocols, which guarantees the freedom of political parties to participate freely without hindrance or discrimination in any electoral process or processes. The enactment of a commission of inquiry immediately before the elections violate the spirit of Article 2, which provides no substantial modification shall be made to the electoral laws in the last 6 months before elections. I read again. No substantial modification shall be made to the electoral laws in the last 6 months before elections, except with consent of a majority of political actors. We are concerned that the President, in light of the impending election and in a bid to give his candidates an advantage while disrupting the legal landscape, has decided to enact a commission to run alongside the election calendar for full 3 months. Our greater concern is the fact that several of the commissioners are known members of or sympathizers of the party of the President. While one political one's political affiliation should not debar membership of a commission of inquiry or answering a public duty. Such affiliation will obviously lead public perception of bias and prejudice, where such an inquiry is against one's political rivals during an election campaign. It is obvious. It is simply undemocratic and unsavory. We are disappointed that an eminent imam, of course, from the information that we are gathering, the imam has tendered or excused himself from the team. But here we present, as far as the composition include the imam, we say we are very much disappointed that a prominent imam or a known human rights defender has failed to consider all the above that I have mentioned. For all the reasons above, we hereby lodge this complaint to notably the Independent Electoral Commission. Of course, that is the elections governing body of this country, pursuant to Section 89(2), and ask that steps be taken to ensure that the commission is postponed entirely, or is postponed, in our opinion, to 21st of May 2023, showing that we can meet there and we can still go to the commission. This is our proposal, that we are not objecting to any commissions, but the timing is the question, and we are even now proposing that the commission takes effect on the 21st of May 2023, when the local government elections will be over and its mandate does not violate the rights and the laws set out above. We also bring this matter to the attention of all recipients. I mean, we've circulated a correspondence to all major stakeholders, and we are bringing it to their attention that their urgent intervention in this matter is critical. We urge all of you to prevail upon the state, particularly the president, to respect international obligations and withdraw this commission in the interest of peace, stability, adherence to the principles of good governance, democracy, and political freedom in our country. I thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I think that is the statement from our president on behalf of all the local government authorities in the Gambia. We will now invite questions. Like I said, please let us restrict our questions on the establishment of this commission. Yes, Yusuf.
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Yusuf Taylor, and I'm also my news journalist. I have a question to clarify, because you highlighted your disappointment with Imam Bamali. But we understand that he has recused himself. Isn't that in your favor? And then, secondly, if they decide to go ahead with this commission of inquiry, will you submit yourself to the commission? If they insist to continue, will you participate? Will you submit yourself to the commission? And just to clarify on Imam Babali, I thought you would have been welcoming his recuse from the commission.
Thank you very much. I can still stand here. Thank you very much for that question. I think it's very important. But if you follow me very keenly, I said the information we are getting is he already has recused himself. For convenience, I want to say thank you to Bawali for recusing himself at a time when it is very critical. Thank you.
And would you submit to a commission if they insist to continue?
I must tell you, as we speak, we do not receive any official correspondence linking us to this commission for now. So we will answer that question when we receive our formal communication. Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Zade. I work for the Fashion Network. My question is, assuming that this commission proceeds with their investigation and then the outcome is found that the councils are indeed parliamentary corruption, so what steps are you going to take, since you already questioned the integrity of those panelists?
Well, you already mentioned it. If we question the integrity of the panelists or of the members, so that goes like that. As we are questioning it, I think many of us are questioning it. So if the wrong person is assigned to an assignment, if the outcome of the assignment doesn't work well, the only thing is to refuse it or to challenge it. Because then, if everybody believes that that is the wrong person, then the outcome turned to be, what is expected, that, a wrong thing will come from a wrong person, then we have to challenge it. But we do not get to that yet. My belief is we are claiming that it is runtime, and there is claims, or there are claims that some of these members do not qualify to be in this commission. So if that is the case, we only are making our opinion. It's left to the president or whoever is constituting the commission members to look into that and do the necessary needful. So that is it.
Yes, one of you.
Maybe you missed me a bit. I never said the outcome of the commission can make us lose our... If... Yes, you said? Then can you repeat, please?
I mean, it goes to affect the outcome of the elections.
Yes.
And some of you are considered about what would be the result?
I mean, that's why this is a process. That's why, in fact, even if we do not lose our positions, we are not here to make all these claims because we fear we might lose our position. But what is wrong is wrong. And this is not about me or him or her or so, but this is about what is wrong. You could do a good thing at a good time, but if you do a good thing at the wrong time, that is what we are claiming of. And if it, like you asked, if it affects the outcome of our election against our favor, it will still be the same. Even if it is in our favor, even if we win, we will still stand to say it's wrong. That's the point. Well, I want to tell you that, like I said, we didn't still receive the letters. And all that will come. But let me say, for example, if it should happen, this is a country of laws. And for us, we believe the laws are enough for us to challenge whatever should be challenged for a democratic Gambia. Yes.
Sorry, brother. Can you restrict your question on the commission, establishment of the commission? Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not sure that is warning in your mind. Let's restrict on here, please. We can keep that for another time. Thank you. Any other? Yes, sir. Yes, you can come. It's all right.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay, thank you once again. My question is now,
Who are you? Daughter, you can go ahead.
thank you very much. My question is, now that it's only 3 months from the Senate for election, and things are happening now, I think all institutions' eyebrows are now right. So how are you going to convince the electorate that you people indeed you deserve second chance? Because it is at the moment that it's really difficult when people are accused of corruption. It's because fear and loss of trust. How are you going to ensure that you maintain the trust and then win electorate as so that you can get second chance?
Thank you. That is a very important question. I already have read in my statement that the local government authorities are the most scrutinized institutions in this country. But I failed to give you another one. That is to say, we have periodic engagement with our constituents. You will believe me that we do have town hall meetings. I think the media is privy to some of those engagements. We are using radios here and there. All those are, processes that that normally provide information to our people. But I told you, as we speak, all the area councils, local government authorities are at the National Assembly, at the FPAC. All of us. I think, in fact, the president's, this proclamation or this constitution of a commission has, in a way, tried to hijack that process that is happening at the National Assembly. And you know for certain that the National Assembly is equally a power like the executive, as far as the composition of the government is concerned. So if the National Assembly is prevailing on the council, as we speak, yesterday, was it 2 days ago, KMC was at FPAC. Banjul was there two weeks ago. Masakongo was there 2 weeks ago. Almost all of us were there 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, or 2 days ago. Kerawan is going there on the 27th. And we are all appointed to even go back to look at the queries. And those queries are normal in audit processes. Because audit, when there are queries, doesn't necessarily even mean they are, fraud. There are limitations, sometimes there are constraints, but you need to work on them to regularize them. And this is what is going on right now. We are all at the National Assembly. The National Assembly have equal scrutiny powers over us. So if that is going on, and that in fact, that will show to the Gambian people whether we are found wanting of corruption or not, even National Assembly alone. We have the GPPA visiting us regularly, every year. What are the GPPA? Let them take records from GPPA, whether the area local government authorities are found wanting of procurement-related activities that are not in line. Okay? And apart from that, we all know, or we believe, and there are processes in scrutiny. Even at the level of the FPAC, when there are suspected fraud, the police is informed. And the fraud squad will follow. The police will do the investigation. So we don't even know what is necessitating all this unnecessary, gymnastic. There are already, bodies, institutions in place to follow all that. So if there were alarms for corruption or for fraud, the National Assembly will be in better position to inform the fraud squad and the fraud squad is a state-owned institution. So for me, just like what I've read, I don't want to go back to it, but I think this was even a cart before the horse, because there are a lot of processes of scrutiny going on. They could have reported. Our own ministry goes on periodic quarterly inspection. So I believe if the audit missed, our ministry could not have missed some of the irregularities. Or if those people, GPPA might not have missed. If those people miss, select committee that goes around would not have missed. But let's say if all those people miss, we are at scrutiny. So for me, we do not fear that of corruption. Let the evidence come. When the evidence are established, the police can investigate.
We will take one more question. Yusuf?
My last question is, hopefully, I'll be very grateful if the Lord Mayor will be able to respond to us. I think this is more important. Mr. Taylor, we've seen just last year, 1 year ago, this whole thing with the commission that was being set up was defeated. And we've seen that an inspection report was also prepared. When the commission failed, there was still an inspection report. Whether you can comment on the government's willingness to act on the recommendations of the inspection report. And most importantly, we probably cannot leave without asking this, just a few rooms across the suspended CEO room and some of the staff have changed the locks, and now they will be having the keys and access into the office. What will your office do? Will you be working with them? So two questions there. To comment on the last year, what happened, especially the inspection report that nobody knows anything about. Also, what has just happened in your will you work against it?
All right, thank you. Thank you, members of press, Galga executives, of course, our able president of Galga, for coming, and Yusuf Taylor, my good friend, thank you. I think on the matters happening in the council, I think I'd like to reserve my comments for now because we still haven't met as a body. The council is supposed to meet tomorrow, and members of the press are invited. It is an open forum. You are invited to that meeting if you want to know what the council as a body feels about that. Like I said, it's not a personal issue. I know a lot of people would like to see that. They would like to see Talib Bensouda versus Adama Barrow or Talib Bensouda versus somebody. But it's not personal. It is an institution. It is a council. So I would very much indulge you to wait till tomorrow for that. On the issue of what we are facing now in terms of commission of inquiry, I think like the president said, nobody is against a commission of inquiry. A commission of inquiry is not only for the benefit of the government or the Attorney General, it's of course of the benefit to the council itself. The council has an oversight function and is a policy maker. We are not implementers or administrators. So even when a National Audit Office comes and they audit councils, it is not just for the parliament. Many people make that mistake. It is also for the council. Because we would not know exactly what the administrators were doing or how they were accounting for taxpayers' money if we are not audited. As companies are audited and the audited accounts are sent to the chairperson of the board and the board of directors, it is similar. It is also for our own digestion and benefit. I think what has happened with the interim management committee, there was never a planned commission as far as we know. What is in the law, every 4 years, 3 months before an election, a council is dissolved and the president appoints an interim management committee. That is undemocratic as it comes. How can somebody be elected by universal adult suffrage? 3 months before the election, you ask them to vacate office, and an unelected body comes and takes over. It is not happening anywhere in the world as far as we know. In the Gambia here, it's not happening at the legislative level, it is not happening at the presidential level. So why the local government election level? So what we were asking for is fairness and equity. And we got that through the justice system, which we are very happy about. So with that failure came the commission of inquiry. That's how we saw it. We saw that the government wanted this interim to happen for political reasons. They had a failure and they had to resort to a commission of inquiry. And what we are saying, we welcome the commission of inquiry, but why 3 months when we should be campaigning, we are disrupted? When we are campaigning, our activities are curtailed to go and answer to our commission. Why could not the commission start last year? Why could it not start after elections? And remember, for a commission to happen, you must have a preamble. You must have just cause. And we have a police department. If there's evidence, like they are saying, we allege so or such person did such and such, take the evidence to the police, let the police investigate, let them hand their evidence to AG's chambers, let AG's chambers prosecute. Why a commission? You have the evidence in your hand. The witnesses are around. Call them to court, prosecute them, let them defend themselves. The commission is the wrong route, actually. The shortcut is take the evidence you already have to the police. So we think it's just a farce. It is a TV show to summon elected officer and say, you are definitely to confuse the population. It is a war of misinformation. It is not a legal battle. So that's why we are saying it can happen after election. It could have happened long before election. Now, with the issue of the inspector's report, they investigated the council, and it was hand-picked members of government from Ministry of Finance, Internal Audit Unit, and Ministry of Local Government. They hand-picked people they trusted to come into the council, investigate mayor, investigate councillors, investigate staff, and they came up with a report after 3 months of scrutiny. How come after that the report disappeared? Then all we had was they want to set up a commission of inquiry on KMC. We challenged in court because we wanted to know on what basis are you setting up this commission of inquiry? Because a commission of inquiry to be set up, a report must be presented. It must be based on a finding. So that is when the court ordered them. What basis are you using to investigate? What basis are you using to set up a commission? And the judge ordered them to produce the report. That's when the inspector's report came out. And guess what? It was one-sided. KMC, councillors, mayor, 0 findings. The allegation the KMC made against the said staff, almost 9 out of 10. In black and white, signed by their own personnel. So now they are going and saying, oh, mayor was trying to block the commission, that's why we are bringing back the commission again. I said, my friend, it's all about damaging the credibility of chairmen and councils. That's it. We can make as many stories as one. I know this is very polarized, very partisan. The supporters of NPP are saying, yes, they're hiding something. The supporters of UDP are saying, no, you guys are not telling the truth. People are trying to divide this among partisan lines. But let me tell you, this is a very dangerous precedent. Every allegation in this country must be investigated through the right channels, through the AG's chambers, through the police, must be prosecuted accordingly as they come. As the audit office is reporting suspicion of corruption, these issues should be investigated on a daily basis. Why do you ignore all the issues that have happened in this country and bundle up just the small councils whose combined revenue is not even more than 600 million, 500 million, our combined revenue, and you say you want to commission councils? We are not afraid of our commission. We are not saying a commission should not happen. We are saying it is at a critical time for us when we are going in public to ask for people's votes. We feel that we are going to be distracted. We feel that we are going to be restricted in terms of being called when we should be going on rallies and so. So we are saying it is interfering with the Elections Act of the country. Do it after the election. Could have done it before the election, but why now? So like the president said, I am not in a position to speak on behalf of the association. If and when we are notified, a decision will be made by the association about the next steps we will take according to law. So I hope you guys understand. Thank you.
We are, like I said, we are Press quickly, please. Just one now.
Thank you very much. What will Ghana say with assertion that the government does not have potential winning candidates for this election? What will you say to that?
Can you come again, please?
What will Ghana say to the assertion that this commission was formed because the government does not have potential winning candidates for one seat, those who are occupying this position, correct?
Yeah, well, I don't think Galga will comment on that, but that is political opinion. It's an opinion of the people, so people are free to their opinion. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate your coming, and then we will end this press conference here. Thank you. Yeah. We are asked to pray before we leave. Yes.